Hey folks, so today we're going to talk a little bit about diversity. Specifically diversity in movies, TV shows, books, comics, and entertainment. Before we start this conversation, I just want to be completely upfront, checking my privilege. I am the whitest chick you know, and I pass as straight, even though I'm not quite. And what are my other? I come from upper middle class family. I'm sure I am forgetting other privileges that I have that I do not even realize are privileges. So, that being said, let's talk about diversity. So I've been living in LA for the past 3 years now. I've been out of town for a little while, but I think I sort of still live here. And one of the things that happened after I changed my address with the state to where I was living at the time is that I got called to do jury duty. If you've done jury duty, you probably have an idea of what that entails. If you haven't done jury duty, mostly what that entails is sitting in a room with a bunch of other people who are called to jury duty and waiting for your number to be called. Not your name, your number, because you are not a name, you are a number. We could potentially do a whole video about the animalistic qualities of jury duty, but that's beside the point of this video. While we were sitting in the courtroom and people were being interviewed by the judge to be potential jury panelists, I was struck by the amount of diversity that I saw in the room. People who spoke Spanish as their main language and English as a second language. This is LA, so there were a handful of those, but also a woman who spoke only in Arabic. There were black people who've had massively different lives than I've lived. There were people who were my age and younger. There were students. There were people who have been retired for years. There were professors, and the amount of diversity, job diversity, racial diversity, ethnic diversity, class diversity, every kind of diversity that I could possibly think of and not even think of was represented in not even a jury, but a panel of potential jurors that were probably about 50 people in the room. It was insane. And I was so surprised by it. I'm just like, wow, I didn't know that there were so many different kinds of people in the world. And then I realized that the reason I didn't know that there were so many different kinds of people in the world is because our media doesn't show them. Think about that. We live in a world where the only stories we really tell and really know are middle class, young to middle age white people. Straight families and people on their way to becoming straight couples with families. But it's not accurate. It's just crazy. The reason we need diversity in media is because the real world is crazy, crazy diverse. And if we're not showing that, then we're not giving people an accurate idea of the world. It leads people to become even more sheltered than they would be otherwise. And isn't that why we consume media? To experience other people's lives and see other versions of reality? Why are we so excited about other planets in sci-fi series and other worlds in fantasy, but we can't get excited about other humans and other people who live in the same world that we do and just have different experiences? Guys, we gotta get ourselves together. So let's watch diverse media. Let's support diverse characters and applaud small steps, even if they're not nearly enough. Let's listen to people who are different from us and try and understand why. Just because it's entertainment doesn't mean it has to be mindless. If you want to leave a comment down below, I would love to hear from you guys. I always love hearing from you guys. Tell me about your favorite character in a movie, TV show, book, comic, whatever, that you think is a good representation of diversity in whatever form. And I hope you guys get a chance to do something that you love today. I will see you next time.